Welcome to Robens. In this video, we want to show off the Wolf Moon 5 XP. The Wolf Moon 5 XP is a 3-room tunnel tent that features 2 bedrooms and a living room. It also features a front porch area and 2 side doors. The material of the tent is the Hydrotex HD, which is 75D polyester taffeta 185T. This has a PU coat and it is fire retardant and has a hydrostatic heading of 5,000 millimeters. The Wolf Moon 5 XP is set up using pre-shaped anodized aluminum poles that are respectively 9.5 and 16 millimeters. These are easily attached to the fly sheet using clips that come pre-attached to the fly sheet. All the poles and the pole sleeves are also color-coded to make it easy to pitch the tent. Both the fly sheet and the inner tent feature mains entry points that can be used to run cables in and out of the tent. At the back of the tent, you find the double rear ventilation. This ventilation is protected and can be opened from the outside to allow for more air to flow into the tent from the back. All of the seams on the tent are taped together using heat-applied tape. This makes them completely water resistant. The front porch area is set up using a single pole that's attached to the fly sheet. It also features 2 side skirts that can be toggled to adjust the amount of shade and shelter you have inside the canopy. This can also be used to create a panoramic view from inside the tent. The front door leading into the tent features the mesh and PVC windows. This means that it has 3 panels, the first of which is a large mesh window. This can be used to allow for fresh air to flow into the tent while keeping insects out. Behind that, you have a large PVC window that can be used to shelter you from the elements. This window is also tinted, which reduces glare from sunlight to make it more comfortable inside the tent. Finally, you have a toggle-up curtain behind the PVC window. This can be used to adjust the amount of privacy you have inside the tent. This front door can be zipped off completely and held in place by retainers to allow for easier access and more ventilation into the tent. The Wolf Moon 5 XP features 2 side doors, one on each side of the tent. One of these side doors can be turned into a canopy using optional extra poles. Both of these side doors feature the mesh and PVC window. This window features 3 panels, the first of which is a mesh window. This allows for fresh air to flow into the tent while keeping insects out. Underneath that, you have a large PVC window that can be zipped on or off to adjust the amount of shade and shelter you have inside the tent. This window is tinted to reduce glare from sunlight to make it more comfortable inside the tent. Finally, you have a toggle-up curtain that can be used to adjust the amount of privacy you have inside the tent. Both of these side doors can be zipped off and held in place by retainers to allow for easy access in and out of the tent and more ventilation. The tent comes equipped with a family tent gear rope. This can be strung up on both sides of the tent at the roof, and it can be used to hang up your clothes, store items and gear. At the back of the living room, you find the 2 bedrooms. These feature the adaptive inner, which gives you the option to toggle off one side to create more space inside the tent. Both of the front doors leading into the tent feature a mesh panel at the top, backed by a zip-up curtain. This can be used to adjust the amount of airflow and privacy you have inside the inner tent. At the front of the inner tent, along the middle, you also find 5 storage pockets. These can be used to store small items and gear. Both of the front doors leading into the inner tent can be zipped off and held in place by retainers to allow for easy access and more ventilation inside the inner tent. Inside the inner tent on both sides, you have 2 large storage pockets. These can be used to store your items and gear. The inner tent features the fully blackout inners, which reduces light intake through the fabric. This makes it more comfortable to sleep in during early evenings and early mornings. At the top of the inner tent, you also find a mesh panel with a curtain underneath. This can be used to adjust the amount of airflow you have flowing through the tent while you sleep. On each corner of the inner tent, you find lantern hanging points. These can be used to hang up small lights to light up the inside of your tent at night. The 2 bedrooms are separated by a small divider that's located in the middle of the inner tent. This can be easily toggled on or off and held in place by retainers to create one big bedroom. The tent features a standing height of 200 centimeters to allow for ample headspace to move around. The Wolf Moon 5 XP weighs 16.5 kilos and it can be packed down to a pack size of 75 by 36 centimeters. It takes 10 minutes to pitch and 17 minutes to be ready for you to move in. And the whole tent is pitched as the fly sheet first or as one. That's it for the Wolf Moon 5 XP. Be sure to check out our other products and tents on robens.de. Thanks for watching.